Hey guys, I'm Ryan Oman and this is Nicole Oman and we're with the Golden Collective. Today is Willpower Wednesday.
And we are working on building up our solar plexus. So our solar plexus is ruled by Leo energy or fire energy. It's ruled by the sun, solar, right? Solar plexus. So the stronger our solar plexus is, the stronger our willpower is, our confidence, our self-esteem, and our self-belief. And a lot of us really squelch this energy, and because we're afraid to really love our lower self, forgive ourselves for being completely human. And so as we are working on Willpower Wednesday, we're all going to learn how to shine a little brighter and to take our power back from our own stories.
That's right. This is the last of the three root or base chakras, the ones that involve the earth and the self. This one is all about willpower, but it's also about transformation. This energy can really be powerful when placed in the right direction, but it can also just blow you out. And so don't be too afraid of that though, because one of the power animals that you can imagine that works with this would be the phoenix. This idea that you might burn so bright that you burn yourself out, but guess what? You'll just have a rebirth process, and that's okay.
So today, it's funny because Ryan is really feeling this jazzed up.
I'm going Super Saiyan today.
Yeah. He's feeling this jazzed up energy, and as you can tell, I'm not. I'm feeling very, very vulnerable. I'm feeling low energy. So we're gonna see if I can transform live with you guys and really allow myself to begin to believe in myself, not give my power away, and not feel completely exhausted.
So I think this is a good opportunity for me because I'm buzzing and she's kind of low on the energy scale to try to transfer some of my energy to Nikki. So Manipura, or the solar plexus, is located right here, right below the rib cage. So that really sensitive area of the stomach where somebody hits you with their elbow on accident or their fist on purpose and it really knocks the wind out of you. That's where this is. That's essentially where Nikki is. She's got the wind knocked out of her energetically right now. So we're gonna bring her a little bit of Manipura energy. You guys are welcome to join me. We're gonna toss a little bit of self-love and confidence and power and
I think
energy.
the big thing is belief. Right? So when we're feeling depleted, we're giving our power away. And we might be giving our power away, and I'm not sure, actually, I'm not really picking up on exactly what it is, but it's when we're giving too much of our light away. And we could be doing that from self-doubt. We could be doing that from comparison or comparing ourselves with others. When that victim voice comes online, that's when you know you're giving your power away, because the victim feels powerless and the ego feels powerful. But when we're in harmony and in balance with our solar plexus, that's when we're in self-love and self-confidence. I think the big thing is when we get especially when we're having low self-esteem issues, it's really hard to receive.
Yeah, you can shut yourself down and not allow the energy to come in.
And I feel my resistance to allowing the energy to come in. And there is probably a base belief in there somewhere that's not allowing me to trust my own my own power.
Yes, definitely. And this one's a big one for me. I think I tend to flip-flop in this particular chakra. I tend to either go into a lot of self-doubt, self-pity, self-loathing, or I just become an egomaniac and have tons of energy and want to run rampant. So finding balance in this chakra is difficult. It's a very powerful chakra. It's connected to the sun, and there's no more powerful things in our universe than the sun. Maybe a black hole. I think that might be more powerful.
But that comes from a
That's right. Black holes are created from sun. So there you go. I win. See? Manipura.
I win.
I'm right. I'm always right. It's Manipura time.
So I think I'm starting to shift, and I'm starting to
transformation.
I'm starting to shift. And I think the big thing is when we are connected to our light, and we're connected to our power, we're afraid we're going to hurt other people too. And that's what I'm feeling.
Yeah, I'm going to really butcher this quote, but there's a Nelson Mandela quote about...
Marianne Williams.
Oh, is it Marianne Williams? Okay, well, why don't you go, babe? Tell them the quote.
It's not our darkness that we fear the most, it's our light. We are all meant to shine as children do. We like to say, who are we to be brilliant, powerful, magnificent, and who are we not to be? We are these, now I'm butchering it, but we are these powerful beings. And so it's really important. We're called, especially in the spiritual world, what are we called? We're called light workers. And if we're not holding our own individual light, then we're going to be depleted, and we become caretakers. And so people take our care, but they take our vibrancy and our frequency too. So we have to make sure we're taking care of our own self-worth, our own self-confidence. And in the West, especially in the West, everybody in the US has self-worth issue.
Right.
And so we have to really care for that. And that's why a lot of spiritual teachers talk about self-love, 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 self-love. And self-love comes from a good boundary, and it comes from really knowing your worth, your value. And so that's what we're talking about today. And Manipura, direct translation,
The shining gem. That's what the Sanskrit word. And speaking of which, I think you feel a little bit better now.
I feel better.
Yeah?
I feel
All
better.
charged up?
I feel better.
All right, so I mean, I hope you guys can see the difference, because we didn't plan this. Nikki didn't plan to start out with low energy. She just was there, and we were like, well, let's just roll with it and see what happens. So this is real time healing right here.
When I want to say it's really hard to get yourself to take action when you're feeling that way. And I was being resistant. I was getting a little like digging my heels in. But honestly, that if we build our self-confidence, you'll get out of depression and apathy and distraction and all the excuses, and you'll really start taking action. Like Ryan said, this is the last from 1, 2, 3. But from your heart, this is the first step towards manifesting your truth, your desires into physical reality. And if your self-worth is depleted, you're not going to be able to manifest what you want into the world, because you're not going to be able to take action. You're not even going to believe that you're ready or worth it or good enough to be able to provide a deep service to the world. Maybe not even to yourself.
And I feel like I need to bring up, I don't know how many of you are into the hero's journey, Joseph Campbell's work, but I feel like this particular area is charged with so much energy because the heart really represents the innermost cave. And things can get really wonderful there, but they can also get really confusing. And so I think that this energy is it's helping you to push through that so you continue on your path, because when you get locked into the heart, it can get so nice and so wonderful. It's like sitting in a warm bath. You just don't ever want to get out. But the truth is that there should be a continuous flow of energy. And I think Manipura has a lot of energy because it's going to drive you through the heart chakra so you can get the lesson you need to learn from the heart chakra and continue to move all the way up through the other chakras.
One of the biggest, today I actually talked to a client of mine that I haven't talked to in a while, and she was kind of poo-pooing herself. She had told me that, she something happened to her and she would spin out 4 years ago. And this time she didn't spin out. And I went, okay, listen to yourself, right? So you just gave yourself a compliment. And she was like, no. And she didn't want to take that in. And I think we have to really absorb the good things people are saying, and also give ourselves a lot of credit for all the hard work that we put ourselves through.
Absolutely.
And one of the big things I had to say to her, and this is what I want to bring to all of you, is the mantra for today, as I believe in you. And if you don't believe in yourself, you need to go into that mirror today, look yourself dead in the fargan eye, and say, I believe in you. And I had to do this a few years ago. And I remember just bawling my eyes out, not realizing how much I don't say that to myself.
Mm-hmm. Now, another thing to think about when you're working with this particular chakra is there's a strange little, it feels like a contradiction where you have something that's all about willpower, but it's also about ease. And that is one of the governing principles around Manipura. So you want to be willpower, but you want to also have ease. It's kind of like the difference between being confident and cocky. There's an ease to confidence. There is a lack of effort. It just is. When you see somebody who truly is confident, they give it off like sun rays. But when somebody is working too hard to pretend they're confident or they're putting on a show, it's so obvious that there's no real confidence there. And so as we go into this meditation with the singing bowl, I want you to think about your level of confidence, your willpower, and the ease that you should feel when you finally sink into it. Once you fit the vibration, and that's what this singing bowl is all about. It's all about vibrations. And so it's like a tuning fork. And what you want to do is try to ease yourself into that confidence, ease yourself into that power, and allow it to dictate your strength and your will and all the other wonderful things that Manipura is all about.
Yes, I like it. So let's build the confidence today. So if you're in a place where you can really absorb this, please do, and come back to this video and really absorb this, because honestly, sometimes we can't give ourselves that frequency. We can't build ourselves up if we're really coming from a storehouse of zero. Right. So allow us to fill this beautiful solar plexus, right? Let's be like the sun and radiate for each other. As soon as Ryan took some of his excess energy and brought it to me, I feel so much more in my skin.
And I feel a lot more grounded than when we started.
Yeah, and you can tell, right? So if we're having a little bit more, we can give it to each other, and let us help you believe in yourself. Because there's nothing better that you can do for yourself is to truly, deeply love, believe, and really stand in your own power. Let's take our power back from fear, from news, from politics, from comparing ourselves to other people, from not believing that we're good, from when that stupid art teacher told you that you were never going to be an artist, whatever that might be. Let's take our power back. Let's take it, all these fractured little pieces of our power, and put them
make
all...
a disco ball.
Oh yeah, I actually really love that. And let's be shiny again. Let's be a shining gem or a diamond, right? Because the diamonds have all the little facets of beauty, of reflection. So let's reflect. Let's be that light onto ourselves and onto others, and mirror that back to each other like a disco ball, that we all are shiny balls of beautiful, miraculous self.
And there's one other thing I want to touch on just before we start this. It's Manipura actually has a sense of humor. That's one of the governing energies of the solar plexus. Yeah, sometimes you gotta, if you really want to have that ease, that confident ease, you can't take yourself so seriously. So allow yourself to have some humor. If you think of something funny before we get into this, or while we're doing this, and if you end up laughing while we're running the bowl, oh my God, how wonderful is that energy? So let's try to bring some humor, some levity, some ease into this very powerful, strong chakra.
What's such a self-esteem squasher? Taking yourself so fucking seriously. It's so true. Yep. If we can't laugh at ourselves, we're always going to feel humiliated and embarrassed.
Totally.
And then what is a killer of self-esteem is humiliation and embarrassment. So if we're taking ourselves too seriously, we're literally a boot on our own head.
How many people have you seen who said that they had maybe a disformity, or they had a speech impediment or a learning disability, and instead of allowing people to make fun of them, they found the humor in themselves, and they flipped it around and they turned around. I think there was a performer on America's Got Talent who did this.
Yes,
and it's amazing when you can have a sense of humor of yourself. If you can laugh at yourself, nothing can touch you.
And then anybody else's judgment isn't going to stick on you, because you don't care, because you're laughing at it anyway.
So powerful.
Because honestly, a lot of life is kind of a cosmic joke in itself, and if we're just holding on so tightly to seriousness, then you're not enjoying or having fun. And solar, it's yellow. It's about fun. So you're so right. I love that you brought that in. Let's bring in some fun.
All right, here comes the sun, little darling. Here comes the sun, and I say it's all right. So remember to bring in that breathe in the thought that you want to manifest, and exhale the feeling. Bring in the thought, exhale the feeling. The thought
Joy.
I have is I am, and the feeling I want is powerful. I am powerful. That's where I'm at. You guys start wherever you're at.
Mine is joy.
I love it.
Joy.
And rain, sunshine, and rain.
Allow yourself to receive the vibration of the bowl and the chanting, allowing it to fill up that solar plexus and replenish you from wherever darkness is lurking. With intention alone, allow yourself to release anything that is gunking up your self-worth, self-esteem, and your willpower. As we begin to let this go, allow yourself to open into more space to receive your light. On this breath, imagine all the fractions of light that you let go by giving your power away. Just see all of those fractals around you that you gave away. On this next breath, I want you to start drawing those beautiful fragments of light back into your solar plexus. Allow yourself to feel all of those fractals of light coming back into your solar plexus so you may radiate again. Bring them in. I feel the resistance. That was the perfect last breath of allowing ourselves to have a little fun with it. By taking your power back, it's laughing at those people that made you feel lower or smaller than you are. And then laughing at yourself that we remember that we kind of did it to ourselves.
Yeah, I don't know who the guru was, but the phrase is coming up to me. Haters gonna hate. But the player is gonna play.
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 I think that guru is Taylor Swift.
T-Swift, for those who don't know.
Yeah, and all of those things. Get your power back. Let's laugh at ourselves today. Let's feel a little joy of life and allow ourselves to shine again and be shiny and radiate. Because if you really want to bring in a mate or a job or opportunities or friendships, we have to radiate with our beautiful light and remind each other that we are all shiny. We're all shiny.
So shiny.
I don't know. All right, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this. We're being a little silly, and I'm really loving doing this.
Oh, not so bad now, huh?
It's not bad. I'm just resistant sometimes.
It happens.
All right, you guys. Thank you so much for joining us.
You guys are awesome. Thank you.
If you really like what we do, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have a link on the Facebook page. And if you're watching it on YouTube, just push subscribe, because we are giving free content every day on our chakras. And me and Ryan are really helping build this alignment, this connection, and this beautiful building of energy so we can flow in our lives so much better.
And remember, sharing is caring. So share. Share
Share is care. Tell your friends. Tell your mom.
Tell your mom's mom.
Yeah. All right, let's get out of here. All right, everyone. I will see you tomorrow on YouTube. Namaste.